Good evening everyone. I am Vinil Reddy. I am associated with Amigos IAS. Okay, I have been teaching geography from past 4 years. Today's session is all about how to prepare UPSC from graduation. Okay, see here, before entering into the subject, we had already chosen one topic. We have already chosen for one stream, that is called as cracking of UPSC. We chosen one particular stream, how we have to crack the UPSC. Before entering into the subject, let's discuss about the small brief history about UPSC. Okay, everyone is the goal. What is that particular goal? We have to achieve the UPSC as soon as possible after completion of 21 years. Okay, it means that, see here, there is one organization. The name of the organization is known as Union Public Service Commission. What is the main role of UPSC? It is going to conduct various government exams in India. It is the organization which is going to conduct various government exams in India. Okay, out of all the exams, the important exam which is conducted by UPSC is Civil Services Exam. Okay, that particular exam is known as Civil Services Exam. Okay, it means that this is one of the prestigious exam. Okay, if you crack this one, maybe you can become IAS or IPS or IFS or the some other services. Okay, this particular structure can take minimum of 1 year to complete entire procedure. It means that, see here, if you want to write this particular exam, there are certain conditions. If you want to write this particular exam, there are certain conditions. If you are unable to qualify that particular conditions, you are not allowed to write this particular exam. The basic condition is you have to complete minimum 21 years of age. Minimum 21 years of age with graduation. If you want to write the exam, you have to complete minimum years of age is 21 years. Okay, not only the 21 years, you have to complete your graduation. If at all, if you complete the 21 years on the graduation, you are entitled to write the exam. If you are not crossed the 21 years, or if you did not completed the graduation, you are not supposed to write the exam. Okay, now this is the minimum criteria to write the exam. Okay, what is the name of exam? The name of exam is known as Civil Services Exam. See here, this exam is consisting of, everyone is telling that there are 3 stages to complete this exam, but according to the civil services or the UPSC notification, it is consisting of 2 stages. The Civil Services Exam is consisting of 2 stages according to notification. Every year the UPSC is releasing a notification for Civil Services Exam. Okay, this particular Civil Services Exam is consisting of how many stages? 2 stages. The first stage is known as preliminary stage. The second one is known as mains stage. Okay, it means that this particular exam is consisting of 2 stages according to the notification. The first one is called as preliminary stage. The second one is called as mains stage. Within this particular mains, you can find one important test called as personality test. Within the mains itself, there is a stage called as personality. But everyone is telling that there are 3 stages, that is called as preliminary stage, main stage and personality stage. But actually this particular personality test is belongs to mains only. See here, whenever you are seeing the stages of exam, first one is preliminary exam, which is consisting of two papers. This preliminary exam is consisting of two papers. The first paper is called as General Studies. The second one is called as CSAT. Whenever you are seeing the preliminary stage, within the preliminary stage there are two exams are there, or two papers are there. The first paper is known as General Studies paper. The second paper is called as CSAT paper. Okay, the CSAT stands for Civil Services Aptitude Test. Civil Services Aptitude Test. Okay, which is qualifying in nature. Which is qualifying in nature. Whenever you are seeing the preliminary paper, it is having the two papers. One is called as General Studies, other one is called as CSAT. This General Studies is consisting of 200 marks. But CSAT is also consisting of 200 marks. But CSAT is a qualifying paper. If you secure 33% of marks, you are that UPSC is eligible to correct your paper of GS. It means that preliminary lo rendu paperlu untayandi. One is called as General Studies, which accounts for 200 marks. The second paper is CSAT, which is also account for 200 marks. But the General Studies is on merit base. ఎవరికైతే ఎక్కువ మార్కులు వస్తాయో they are going to qualify. But ఈ జనరల్ స్టడీస్ పేపర్ కరెక్షన్ చేయాలి, ఎవాల్యుయేట్ చేయాలి అంటే సెకండ్ పేపర్లో యూ హ్యావ్ టు సెక్యూర్ మినిమం 33% ఆఫ్ మార్క్స్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ 200. ఓకే, ఒకవేళ మీకు జనరల్ స్టడీస్లో 120 మార్క్స్ వచ్చాయనుకోండి, if you are, for example, if you secure 120 marks in the general studies, if you are if in the CSAT, if you secure less than 33%, the UPSC is not going to evaluate your paper. Second paper lo 33% కన్నా తక్కువ వస్తే UPSC is not going to evaluate first paper. మీకు 200కి 200 వచ్చినా కానీ evaluate చేయరు. Okay, it means that both are consisting of 200 marks and 200 marks. Okay, this is about the normal preliminary stage. But this particular preliminary stage is completely MCQ based. Okay, this preliminary stage is completely MCQ based. What do you mean by MCQ? Multiple choice answer. It means that the question will be given. Under this one, the 4 options will be given. It means that we have to go for the right option. Either it will be a 1, 2 or 3 or 4. That particular process is called as MCQ based question. Okay, this particular preliminary part is completely based on MCQ based. Okay, the next stage is known as mains test. When you are seeing the mains, it is consisting of certain papers which account for almost all 2025 marks. The mains is completely for 2025 marks. But what about the preliminary exam? It is composing only 400 marks. 200 is the first paper, 200 is the second paper. But the mains is composing of almost all 2025 marks. And this particular mains is in written form. This mains is in written form. We have to write the answer. They are going to give the question and we have to write the answer. But in the preliminary, we have to choose the answer. But in the mains, we have to write the answer. See here, this particular mains is consisting of certain papers. The first one is called as paper 1. The first one is paper 1. The subject is called as essay, which accounts for 250 marks. Okay, the first one is paper 1. Within the mains, there is a first paper. The first paper is called as essay, which is consisting of 250 marks. And also in the paper 2, this particular subject is called as General Studies 1, which is popularly called as GS1, which is also accounts for 250 marks. Okay, these are not my words, these are the words given by the UPSC notification. Every year this organization is going to release the notification. In this notification you can find all these things. Okay, within the general studies, the important subjects like history, art and culture, history, art and culture, geography, society. In the general studies one, there is a inclusion of subjects like history, art and culture, geography, society. All these are composing of how many marks? 250 marks. And the third paper, it's called as paper 3. Which is also known as General Studies 2, which is popularly known as GS2, which is also composing of 250 marks. But the subject includes like polity, constitution, governance, social justice. Social justice. These are the subjects includes in the general studies paper 2, which is also accounts for 250 marks. The next paper is paper 4, which is also known as GS3, which is known as General Studies 3, which is also accounts for 250 marks. The subjects like economy, environment, science and technology, and disaster management. Disaster management. These are the subjects which are included in paper 4, which is popularly known as GS3. The next paper is known as paper 5, which is known as ethics paper, which is for 250 marks. The next one is paper 6 as well as 7, combinedly called as optional subject, which accounts for 500 marks. Okay, paper 6 is 250 marks, paper 7 is 250 marks. Why the people are very much interested in the UPSC? Why? Because see here, whenever we are there in the society, There are two types of jobs are there. One is called as private job, other one is called as government job. What is the difference between private job and government job? What is the difference? The government job is having more security than the private job. Okay, private jobs are not having any job securities, but the government jobs are having the proper job security. One of the best job is in the India is IAS, IPS. Okay, and see here, many people are entering into this particular stream not for the job security. The many people are entering into this particular stream for better service to the people. Better service to the people. If you want to do the service, can you able to do the service right now? We can't do the service. If at all, if you become the software engineer, can you able to do the service? You can do the service maximum to that particular organization. If you become a teacher, can you do the service? You can do the service, but that particular service can be limited only to that particular school. If you become either the IAS or IPS, you will be the boss of that particular district. Boss of that particular district. Entire district is under the control of IAS as well as IPS. Okay. If you become the IAS or IPS at the young age, at the age of 21, you can do the better service to the nation. Now, all you people want to become the collectors as well as SPs. Why all the people want to become the IAS as well as IPS? To make the service. What type of services these people are rendering? If you are rendering the very good service to the people, the whole history will be remember you. Avuna kada? If you become a software engineer or if you become a teacher, your services are so limited. And also, if you are doing the better service, the whole history will be remember you. Now, see here, there was one IPS officer, IAS officer. The name of the personality is called as Umakant. He is the collector in the Madhya Pradesh. He served as a collector to the Devar district of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, entire Madhya Pradesh is considering Mr. Umakant is a god. Why? Eppudanna perinara? Why he is going to consider as a god to the Madhya Pradesh? Why? Because he has done a very marvelous service to the Devar district. See here, the central part of Madhya Pradesh is a drought area. If at all this is the Madhya Pradesh, the center of Madhya Pradesh is a very, very drought area. Okay, why? See here, almost all this area will receive more rainfall. Even though this region is receiving the more rainfall, according to Government of India, this area is a very, very drought area. Why? What may be this particular rainfall is sufficient to grow the agriculture. But according to Government of India, this region is a very, very drought-prone area. On these particular lines, he helped the farmers to convert this particular area into a cultivable land. Okay, till yesterday, everyone feel that these particular lands are wastelands. Okay, because of this personality, because of his idea, this particular wastelands are converted into a cultivable land. Everyone is having the idea. Everyone is having the idea. మీ ఇప్పుడు వచ్చి మన ఐడియా వెళ్ళి పక్కన వాళ్ళకి చెప్పామనుకో, did anyone listen that particular idea? No one. If you become the one of the good officer, everyone is going to follow your idea. See the idea of this personality. This area is a very, very drought-prone area. And he ordered every farmer to dig the land. He ordered every farmer to dig the land. For example, this is the land. Assume that this is the land. this land is a drought region. This particular land is there in the drought region. But every year there is a rainfall. Whenever he ordered every farmer to dig this particular land and convert that particular small portion of land into a depression. Whenever these people are digging the land, whenever the rainfall will take place, what happened to this depression? The water will be stored. And for the see here, there is one more problem is associated. Whenever you are digging the land, whenever the water is storing, there is a chance of percolation. What do you mean by percolation? అక్కడున్న వాటర్ అన్ని కిందికి వెళ్ళిపోతాయి కదా. నార్మల్గా వాటర్ బాటిల్లో వాటరు ల్యాండ్ మీద వేస్తే ఏమవుతాయి? పైన ఉంటాయి, కిందికి వెళ్ళిపోతాయి కదా. వెన్ ఎవర్ ద వాటర్స్ ఆర్ సీపింగ్, ఈజ్ దేర్ ఎనీ యూస్? దెర్ ఈజ్ నో యూస్. వై? బికాస్ దిస్ ఏరియా ఈజ్ ఎ కంప్లీట్లీ డ్రాట్ ఏరియా. On that time, he came up with the idea that if you are covering with a polythene cover, can you able to see the water percolated? There is no question of water percolation. Now all the water will be accumulates here. Whenever the farmer want the water, this particular water will be transferred. Whose idea is that one? That is one of the IAS officer. If you people are having the same idea, the entire India is going to be. Remember you? See the power of IAS officer. He changed the entire scenario of these people. See here, till yesterday there is no question of cultivation of crops. What about the condition today? Everyone is cultivating. Everyone is getting the money. What is the main duty of IAS officer or IPS officer? To serve the nation. What is the main duty of IAS and IPS officer? To serve the nation kada. National deshaniki edo oka save cheyadanike kada. What is the main motto of this particular service? See the services like they want to make economic development in the district. They want to make the economic development in the district. If anyone is having the more money, he is going to lead a lavish life. See this particular area, నిన్నటి వరకు ఏమైనా క్రాప్స్ వచ్చాయి అక్కడ? క్రాప్స్ లేవు. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ క్రాప్స్ పండించారనుకో వాళ్ళకి డబ్బులు వస్తాయి కదా. ఎవ్రీవన్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు హ్యాపీ. దట్స్ వై దిస్ పర్టికులర్ పోస్ట్ ఈస్ వెరీ వెరీ పవర్ఫుల్. అండ్ ఆల్సో ఆల్ యూ పీపుల్ నో అబౌట్ మిస్టర్ శివాజీ. శివాజీ పేరు విన్నారా అమ్మా? ఛత్రపతి శివాజీ. All you people know about the Chhatrapati Shivaji. His administration is good. See here, entire India, almost all, more than 100 years, this India has ruled by Mughal Empire. No one dared enough to defeat the Mughal Empire. One person has succeeded. Who is that one? Shivaji. And he ruled that particular area. And he got popularized. ఆ ప్లేస్లో శివాజీ కాకుండా వేరే వాళ్ళు ఉన్నారా? ఇట్ మీన్స్ దట్ వీ పీపుల్ ఆర్ డిస్కసింగ్ అబౌట్ ద శివాజీ. అండ్ ఆల్సో వేర్ ఎవర్ ద శివాజీ హ్యాస్ రూల్డ్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ ఏరియా, దట్ ఏరియా ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ఏ drought prone area. These people are Mughal people are ordering the people, those who are living here, to pay the taxes. These people are able to pay the taxes here? No. And also, what is the one of the duty of IAS officer? He is also the head of revenue of that particular department, and he has to take care. Everyone is having the opportunity to become the IAS in India, IPS in India. Who is going to become the IAS, IPS? The person, those who is completed at the age, after completion of 21 years, he is going to enter into that particular service. Maybe some people are having the age at 16. Okay. Now generally when the people are going to start the preparation after completion of degree complete కావాలంటే ఎన్ని సంవత్సరాలు పట్టాలి? అట్లీస్ట్ they have to complete 20 years. If they start the preparation at 21st age, at the age of 21, it will take minimum of 2 years to complete that particular examination procedure. At what time you are going to get the job? By the time of 24 years. But if you start your preparation right now, nothing but in the degree, what's your age right now? Maybe 16, maybe 16 or 17. If you start your preparation, maybe how many years of degree? 3 years of degree. How many years? Total 19 years. Within 19 years, if you are master in the syllabus, within 19 years, if you are master in the syllabus, definitely you will get the job by the age of 21 years. What is the minimum age to write the exam? 21 years. If you start your preparation with a great intensity from tomorrow onwards or from today onwards up to the age of 19, you will complete all the syllabus. After completion of 19 or 20, you are going to prepare for that one. In the 21st year, you are going to write the exam. If you crack at the young age called as 21 years, maybe you have the chance to work with the Prime Minister of India. Generally, everyone can get selected at 24 years. నార్మల్గా అయితే 24 సంవత్సరాలకి ఐఏఎస్ కానీ ఐపీఎస్ కానీ అవుతారు. Finally, they will end their retirement maybe as a principal secretary. If you crack at the young age, maybe you can serve as a cabinet secretary, the highest rank in the India. The highest rank in the IAS officer in India is cabinet secretary. If you crack at the young age called as 21 years, maybe you have the chance to work with the Prime Minister. If you are working with the Prime Minister, knowingly, unknowingly, you are ruling entire India or not? You are doing the service to entire India or not? If at all, if you are failed to work with the Prime Minister, at least you can work with the Chief Minister of concerned state. Okay, na Prime Minister ki anta ledanukondi. At least you can work with the Chief Minister. If you are working with the Chief Minister, directly or indirectly you are working or you are ruling entire that particular state or not. If we become the software engineer, I am also a software engineer, you are also a software engineer, if you are also a software engineer, can you able to work with the Chief Minister? Can you able to rule the entire nation? Can you able to rule the entire state? ఒకవేళ మనం చెప్పామనుకో నేను సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇంజనీర్, ఐ ఆమ్ వర్కింగ్ ఫర్ ఎంటైర్ నేషన్ అంటే ఎవరన్నా నమ్ముతారా? కెన్ దట్ పర్టికులర్ పీపుల్ ఆర్ రెండరింగ్ ద సర్వీస్ టు ద నేషన్? Okay, this is the one of the advantage if you start your preparation right now. Okay, maybe our age is too young to read this one. If you are continuously reading for minimum of 2 to 3 years, you may become the masters. See here, and also, Nana, there is a famous saying, if you prepare for this particular exam, everyone consider that Jack of masters and pair in master in none, Jack in all the masters. Now you know every subject, but we people are not having the proper input on that particular one. We know every subject. Now if you want to if you want to write the exam, what are the subjects you have to read? You have to read the history, you have to read the geography, you have to read the ecology, you have to read the economy, you have to read the science and technology. So it means that you are reading every subject. But a software engineer is reading every subject. The doctor is reading every subject. We are having that opportunity. If you know the every subject, you can clear any what we call that particular problem at a single-handedly. Avuna kada? Is there anyone is having that particular idea? Every stream is having that particular advantage except this particular one. That's why everyone is struggle to get this particular IAS and IPS exam. But see here, every year almost all applying how many members? Almost all 15 lakh people is applying for this particular jobs. There are how many jobs? Maximum of 1200 jobs. For this particular 1200 jobs, how many people are applying? 15 lakh people. But finally, the prelims has written by only 4 lakh people. What about the remaining fellows? These people are simply applying, not writing the exam. See here, every year 15 lakh people are applying. Out of 15 lakh, how many people are writing the prelims? 3 to 4 lakh. How many people are qualifying for the mains? 25,000. What is 4 lakhs? What is 25,000? Nothing but less than 10%. And also finally for the interview, how many people are selecting? 2,500. How many people are getting the job? 1,200. See the competition. It means that the competition is too high, but the subjects are less. The competition is too high, the subjects are less. If you concentrate to read this particular syllabus continuously for 2 to 3 years, your job is going to be very, very easy. Within first attempt, you will be there in this particular one. See now, UPSC is simply drawing a line. The organization called as UPSC is simply drawing the line. And the competition starts from here. Many one is coming from up to this particular line. 90, almost all, many people are coming very close to this particular line. Only how many percentage of people are crossing this line? Only 10% of people. And these 10% of people are getting very good services. These people are drawing the line. What is that particular line? That line is called as syllabus. Whenever you are reading very good, very thoroughly about everything which is there in the syllabus, you are going to cross this particular line. Otherwise, you are also there in 90% of. Is there any value? There is no value. If you are there in this particular 10%, then only we people are having the value. And everyone feel that this is one of the toughest exam. Nana, see here, how many marks, for how many marks this exam? 2025. If you secure 850 marks, you will get All India first rank. Till now, up to this particular intermediate or 10th class, we people are getting how many marks for 600? Even though we people are securing 599, some people are crying for 1 mark. But see the condition here. Out of 2025, if you secure 850 marks, definitely you will get the All India first rank. If you want to be there in this particular 1200, it means that you have to work hard. You have to work hard. How you have to work hard? By preparing of certain subjects. See here, for this particular preparation, there are certain subjects. That particular subjects are called as core subjects. Along with the core subjects, there is one more thing called as newspaper. If you are very good with these two components, definitely you will be there in the service. See here, many people started to read the newspaper. Initially, if anyone is preparing for the civil services, if you are asking that fellow, Anna em chadavali, Akka em chadavali ante, you have to purchase the, what they are going to give the answer? They are going to give the answer is that you have to read the newspaper. See here, what is there in the newspaper? The news are there. ఎప్పటి న్యూస్ ఉంటాయి నార్మల్గా న్యూస్ పేపర్లో? నిన్నటి ఉంటాయి, లేకుంటే ఈ రోజుది ఉంటాయి, అంతే కదా. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, ఆల్ యూ పీపుల్ నో దట్ దెర్ ఈజ్ ఎ వార్ బిట్వీన్ Russia, Ukraine. All you people know that there is a war between Russia and Ukraine. In the newspaper, there is a news article regarding Russia and Ukraine. If you are reading this newspaper at today, can you able to understand that particular paper? Maybe first day we purchased one paper and we started to read that all the paper. It will take almost 6 hours to 7 hours to complete. Second day also we purchase the paper. Again we are investing the time of 6 to 7 hours. Even though we are studying the 6 to 7 hours, is there any understanding of this particular paper? No. Why? Because the current news are there. If you know the past, this particular paper is very easy to understand. What do you mean by past? Past is nothing but history, geography, economy, okay, and polity. These are called as past. Whenever you know this particular past, the entire paper is going to be easy. For example, Ukraine and Russia is going for the war. Where is Russia? Where is Ukraine? What we call that one? Geography. What happened there in the yesterdays? What we call that one? History. Intaku mundu edo jarigindata. Okay, what type of relations are there? See here, generally the main tussle between the war is for the sake of money, which is called as economy. Whenever it got failed, there is a rising of war. What do you mean by polity? Simply it is called as leadership. If leadership fails, definitely there would be a war situation. Without knowing of all these things, can you read the newspaper? We can't read the newspaper. Where you have to read all these particular subjects, that is called as history, geography, economy, polity. Where you can read all these things are the place called as NCERT. That's why these books are very, very important. If you complete all these particular subjects, then only you are entitled to read this particular paper. Avuna kada? It means that we have to simplify the things. Nana, edi padte book open chesi, whenever we are reading that one, is there any value? There is no value. There should be a proper strategy to crack that particular exam. Why there should be a proper strategy? Why? Why? Because it is a vast syllabus. And also, what about the competition level? More competition level. If you are starting to read at least minimum 2 to 3 years, you may become masters కదా. కంటిన్యూస్గా 2-3 సంవత్సరాలు చదువుతూనే ఉన్నారనుకోండి, హిస్టరీ కానీ పాలిటీ కానీ ఏ సబ్జెక్ట్ అయినా కానీ, all the concepts are there on our fingertips or not? And also see the procedure here. Whatever the questions which are asking in the exam is not a direct questions. Whatever the questions, Nana, till now how we people are accustomed, we are accustomed for the important questions కదా. ఒక రోజు ముందు ఫ్యాకల్టీ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి సార్ కొన్ని ఇంపార్టెంట్ క్వశ్చన్స్ చెప్పండి, పొరపాటున ఆయన 10 చెప్పాడు అనుకోండి, ఆ నెక్స్ట్ డే మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళి ఏం చెప్తాం, సార్ 10 మేము చదవలేదు, అట్లీస్ట్ ఒక 5 అన్నా చెప్పండి. Nothing but whatever the questions which are there till now, all the questions are direct questions. But there is no question of direct questions in this particular exam. Whatever the questions which are asking in the exam is analysis based questions. Whatever the questions which are asking in the exam is completely what type of basis? Analysis based. There is no question of direct questions. It means that we have to do the what type of work? Hard work. 6 months is enough to complete all this particular hard work? No. If you are continuously working on this particular one 2 to 3 years, definitely you will be there in the service at the age called as 21. 21 years ki job vaste best, 28-30 years ki job vaste best. 21 years ke kada, you can do the greater service or not? See here, all the questions are analysis. For example, all you people know the geography. Now, northern side of India is surrounded by Himalayan mountains. Western side of India is surrounded by Western Ghats. Eastern side of India is surrounded by Eastern Ghats. All you people know about this one. See here. To the northern side of India, there are certain mountains. These mountains are called as Himalayas. To the western side of India, there are certain continuous chain of hill-like structures. These are called as Western Ghats. In the eastern side, there are certain things are called as Eastern Ghats. Andarki telusu kada. But the question, see the question. What is the difference between mountains and ghats? What you are going to write? Till now you know only the factual part. Northern side is surrounded by Himalayas. Western side is surrounded by Western Ghats. Eastern side is surrounded by Eastern Ghats. You know that particular point. But see the question, what is the difference between mountains and ghats? Till now we did not dare enough to ask our teacher or not. Teachers aina cheppara? Ledu kada. If you are doing the analysis, your work is very, very cakewalk. It means that whatever the subject you are reading, what is important? Why is important? Why is important? See here, this is where we people are living. Simply understand the concepts, understand the subjects. Where we are living right now, in which city? Hyderabad. Once upon a time, this piece of land is there under the control of someone. What we call that one? Under one kingdom. What is that one? What is that particular subject? History. Antene kada. See here, for example, if you are appointed as a collector to the Hyderabad, what you have to know the initially? What type of conditions are there in the yesterdays? What do you mean by what type of conditions are there in the yesterdays? We have to learn from the history. And also, where is this particular Hyderabad is located? What is that one? Geography. For example, if at all this Hyderabad is there on the top of the mountain, this Hyderabad is having the good name. Everyone come to Hyderabad here. ఎవర్నా వస్తారా? ఒక పెద్ద కొండ పైన ఉందనుకోండి, ఎక్కడ మౌంటైన్ పైన చివరగా పైన పీక్ దగ్గర ఉందనుకోండి. Did anyone come to Hyderabad? It means that the geography is also important. That's why we have to know about the geography of Hyderabad. And also, what type of administration is doing in the Hyderabad? What is that one? Politine kada. For example, everyone is rushing on the roads. Everyone is rushing on the roads. If everyone is rushing on the roads, one particular thing is going to be increases. What is that one? Traffic is going to be increases. ఆ ట్రాఫిక్ని కంట్రోల్ చేయాలి అని నేను చెప్తే వింటారా? మీరు చెప్తే వింటారా? వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ వన్? What is that one? Someone is controlling. What is that? What is controlling? Administration. What do you mean by administration? It means that every country is following certain rules and regulations, which is popularly called as constitution. పేరు విన్నారా? కాన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఆర్టికల్స్ అని ఉంటాయంట. ఆర్టికల్ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, రైట్ టు ఫ్రీడమ్, రైట్ టు స్పీచ్ అని. ఇవన్నీ తెలియకుండా కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు రూల్ ద ఎనీ డిస్ట్రిక్ట్? That's why we have to read the polity. And also, whenever you are seeing the country, every day there is a exchanging of money. Now, for example, if you want to eat anything, what we have to do? Either we have to cultivate. If you are unable to cultivate, what we have to do? We have to purchase. Whenever you are purchasing, the money is exchanging. What is that particular money? Economy. Ante kada. If you are very good with all these particular subjects, you will called as a master. If you know all these particular subjects, after become the IAS, you will give the better administration. No, these particular subjects are very, very vast. If you want to complete the history, it will take almost 2 years. If you want to become the master. If you want to become the geography, it will take again 2 years. But many people are starting their preparation after 21 years. Degree అయిపోయినాక ఎప్పుడో ఒకసారి వస్తారు కదా. You people are having the chance. Cushion time of almost 4 years. If you people are reading this particular subject continuously for 4 years, you may have the better chance to crack the exam in the first attempt or not. See here, generally how many stages are there? According to the people, 3 stages: prelims, mains, interview. Prelims పాస్ అయ్యావనుకోండి, తర్వాత ఏమొస్తావు? మెయిన్స్ కూడా రాసావనుకో, ఇంటర్వ్యూకి వెళ్ళిపోతావు కదా. ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద ఇంటర్వ్యూ, దెర్ ఈజ్ ఎ ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ గెటింగ్ ద జాబ్. ఈ 3 years కష్టపడ్డావు అనుకో, 21 yearsకి నీ చేతిలో ఒక జాబ్ ఉందా? అవునా కదా? It means that you people are having the greater chance to crack the exam. You people are having the chance to, what we call that one, give the better administration to that particular society. All you people know, there is a personality called as Ajit Doval. Peru vinnara? Ajit Doval ane peru vinnara? Who is Mr. Ajit Doval? Currently he is working as an advisor, military, what we call as army advisor. To whom? Prime Minister. What is the role of this personality before appointing as advisor to the government of India? He is the what type of officer he is? IPS officer. And also, all you people know about the concept. You are from Telangana? You are also from Telangana? You are from Maharashtra? Nana, see here. For example, there is a one policy called as Raitu Bandhu. Did you have ever listened the word Raitu Bandhu? What is the main motto of Raitu Bandhu? The transferring of certain amount of money to the farmers. Whose idea is that? Everyone feel that this idea is the political personality. Who drafted that one? IAS officers. If you are having that particular idea, the entire state will be known your name or not. And also, there is a one more concept called as the transforming of government schools into English medium. Generally, what type of medium is there in the government schools? Vernacular languages. If it is there in the Maharashtra, Marathi medium. If it is there in the Telugu state, Telugu medium is there. Everyone is fond of with Telugu medium right now, or they want to read in the English medium. English medium only. If you, for example, in one state they converted the Telugu medium schools as a English medium schools, whose idea is that? One of the IAS officer. Maybe that particular idea is there for political personality. Who drafted all the policies? Maybe that particular idea is that particular political head. Okay, who is drafting the rules? This particular school should be in this particular length, there should be a board, there should be a chair. Who is drafting all the policies? One of the administrator. Sir, madam. Maybe education minister. Under the education minister, who is there? Secretary is there. Who is secretary? IAS officer. It means that your ideas are working here or not. ఈ రోజు నేను వచ్చి నా దగ్గర ఒక ఐడియా, ఐఎమ్ హ్యావింగ్ ద ఐడియా, కమ్ ఆన్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ద ఐడియా అంటే ఒప్పుకుంటారా? దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు బీట్ మీ. It means that, see here, there are only certain personalities here having the authority to change the society. Who is that particular personalities? The first one is administrative. The second one is bureaucrats. Nothing but political heads and bureaucrats. What do you mean by bureaucrats? That not may be a government officers, maybe IAS or IPS. Definitely you will be there in the good position. When you call that, when you are there in the good position, if you crack that particular exam. That's why start your preparation right now. Start your preparation right now. If you start your preparation right now, this particular exam is going to be Very easy. Yes sir, even I can start after 21 years. Yes, you can start even after 21 years. If you start right now, that particular what journey is going to become easy. Why? Because you have the cushion period of 4 years. After 21 years, how many years, how much amount of age you people are having to write? 1 year. Within 1 year, to complete this particular, all the syllabus is a very tedious job. Okay, once you think about this particular program, nothing but reading of these particular subjects. Okay, see here, what to read? You have to read books called as NCERT, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Whatever there in the 6th class, it is also there in the 8th class. Whatever the things are there in the 8th class, it is also there in the 10th class. For example, there is a revolt called as, all you people about non-cooperation movement. Per vinnara eppudanna? 1857 revolt. It's there. For example, if it is there in the 6th class, again it is also there in the 8th class. Again it is also there in the 10th class. Maybe in the 6th class, that particular concept is very easy. Whenever it comes to 8th class, the difficulty level somewhat increases. Whenever you are there in the 10th class, reading the same chapter in the 10th class, what about the difficulty level? Somewhat increases. It means that your analysis is going to work. It means that we people are thinking there. Whenever you are thinking about this particular subject, you will get the new ideas how to write the answer. So you are having the certain amount of time. That's why starts your preparation at right now. Okay, any doubts till now? No doubts. Remaining things we will discuss tomorrow. Thank you.